In every organization, data has become the important driving factor for the business. Data can be existing within the organization as an archive, or I might get the current data, or there might be some real-time data coming into the system. So whenever I am going to get a huge and enormous amount of data, the first thing I would be willing to do is store the data. If a single system cannot handle the data storage, what I would be doing, I would be distributing the data across multiple systems and I will be storing it. So the first problem that I would be trying to solve is distribute the data across different systems and store it. So the storage problem can be addressed. The next thing I would be willing to do is harvesting the important information within the data, or the value I would be willing to harvest from the data. For that, I need to process against the data that is stored across distributed systems. I will be doing the processing. What I need to do, I need to process with n number of systems and get the value out. So I may have n number of systems, huge amount of compute power I will be having, and I will be reading the data and doing the processing. So you may have the question, how the current big data is different than the data warehouse. This particular activity of distributing the storage as well as distributed processing, very well we are doing it in the data warehouse offering. How big data is different? In normal data warehouse offering, what we will do, we will be having enormous amount of storage. It could be database or it could be any type of storage. And whenever I wanted to do the processing, what I will be doing, I will be reading the data over the network. A network cannot scale horizontally, where I cannot have parallel network connection. And generally the I/O throughput, it will be very much restricted through the network. So since I cannot do the horizontal scalability, that's where the innovation comes in within the big data. Within big data, I will not be moving the data. What I will be doing, I will be creating the logic or the program. It could be in any language. I'll create the program and I'll send the program or deploy the program distributed across different machines where and all it is distributed. So the data would be read locally where it is available and it would be generating the result. And every system where the data is distributed, it will have its own compute power. So it will be leveraging its own compute power and do the processing. So the bigger change that big data is bringing in is do the processing near to the data and don't move the data. That is going to be the core principle for big data.